Hey guys, real quick before we get into the episode, don't forget to
like us on Facebook at facebook.com/HellaAverageGaming. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/HellaAverageGaming, average spelled AVG. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Follow us on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/HellaAverageGaming. Listen to us on Stitcher, check us out on iTunes, and make sure to listen to us on Google Play.
And with all that said and done, let's get to it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 112 of the Hella Average Gamescast. And I know you can't see us, but we are all in the same room recording live. I've got Carmen and Jeremy here, and I'm actually looking at their faces.
Really
What's up,
fucking
guys?
weird.
Well, we just got done recording Select Start all day yesterday, which was Saturday. We were in the beginning of August, and it was awesome. We played a lot of games, and you're going to be seeing them soon. But if you didn't listen to last week's episode, we're making some changes on the podcast starting today. So it's a brand new format. We're going to talk about what we're playing, but we're going to be super short about it and get straight into the news. We think that you want to hear the news on what's going on.
Yo.
We're also taking out Super Fight, but we're making it its own show. Nice bite-sized pieces. You can jump in, see the fight, and get out. We think that'll be better. So this is just going to be the Gamescast from now on, and we think it's going to streamline and you're going to enjoy the content.
I like it. I like the new changes that we're making. So
Ditto. I'm all for that shit.
So, without further ado, on this lovely Sunday, Jeremy, what have you played?
I've been playing a game called I'm Trying My Best Not to Put My Feet on the Sand and Keep My Hands Off the Mic.
There you go.
I'm trying to platinum it, but it's very hard.
Jeremy's fucking struggling over here, just so you know. He's like hunched up in his chair, arms crossed, not moving, microphone just glued to his face.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is.
So, other than all the Select Start, you got anything that you've been playing special?
Mostly just I've been playing some My Hero Academia.
Nice.
Practiced a lot in Smash for a little tournament. Played with the Hero DLC.
Very
for
nice,
Smash,
very nice.
Which was, I love them a lot.
Yep.
You'll see some of that action.
Absolutely.
Other than that, though, not much.
What about you, buddy? What you been doing besides the old Select Start
Just
fun
Select
games?
Start, honestly.
Wow.
I was going to ask you guys what was your favorite game from yesterday. Mine, Crash Team Racing.
Oh, yeah, CTR.
Crash Team Crash Team Racing was the most fun. And then surprisingly, right behind it was My Hero
I agree.
Academia. So
really.
if you don't have My Hero Academia and you're at all interested in the anime, the manga, or you like a good arena fighter, that's a good one to pick up. It is fun. It is fun. Go
Yes.
check it out for sure.
I played some more this morning, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So make sure to check out Select Start. We'll start dropping that content probably in about a week or so. But if you're hearing this late, go check it out right now. It's probably up.
Like, share, and subscribe.
All right, let's get right into it. It's time for some
News.
but let's get some of the house cleaning out the way. That Ghostbusters remaster we've been talking about, it's finally got a date. It's coming out October 4th.
Oh, yeah.
No price, I think you said.
No price, but I'm guessing around 20.
Okay, so $20 sounds like a sweet spot.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get it on all platforms and the Epic Store, right?
Yep.
Very cool.
I'm picking that bitch up.
Day one?
Oh, yeah. I love that game on PS3.
A lot of people love that game.
It's really good.
I'll be interested to see when it drops and how it looks.
How
and
it-
all the things they're doing with it.
Is it a complete remaster?
No, up-res.
Up-res?
It was a
Okay.
PS3 game, so it'll just be like a HD
gotcha.
remaster, what you want to call it.
Okay.
So,
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll play it. I don't know if it's going to be a pickup. If I catch a sale on it, maybe.
If it's 30, I'm not gonna get it.
Okay.
I'll wait, but $20, I'm willing to pay.
So $20 is that sweet spot.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I encourage multiple playthroughs, trying to do as much damage as possible and trying to do as little damage as possible. So,
Nice.
like to the environment and shit. So,
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm looking into it. It should be fun. I remember playing it when I was younger, but I don't know much about it. I don't remember much about it.
oh, I do. Yeah, if you played like a new rookie and you worked with the actual Ghostbusters from the movie, like Harold Ramis and
Nice.
Bill Murray, they were all reprised their roles.
I was about to ask if they were going to come back and do their voices.
Yeah, and
Nice.
it was technically the official third movie, which was really
Okay, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, like you're going after the ghost of Ivan Shandor, who built the apartment building from the first movie. He was actually part of that cult for Gozer and shit.
Nice.
So really cool. I
Very
like it
cool.
a lot.
Very cool. We'll keep an eye on that and talk that over. But we got some big games coming out at the end of this year, so holiday is going to be crazy.
Mhm.
For sure.
We were talking about Death Stranding yesterday, so
Got to pre-order it.
Yeah.
It's so weird you got to do it. And it's Kojima. When Kojima puts his stamp on it, it's a game changer.
Kojima stamp.
Excuse the terrible pun. Let's talk about what everybody wants to hear. Ninja!
I don't care.
That boy's printing money.
All right, so Ninja announced in a fairly shocking announcement that he is now, as of the time of that announcement, the day of, officially only streaming on Mixer.
Say what?
Twitch is fucking like, no!
So they have it, and I think I talked to you guys about it, and this is unconfirmed. So if you're listening to this a year down the road, it might be way off. But saw a tweet from a quote-unquote insider who said the money was $50 million.
Oh, dude, yeah. That's a big, fat-ass dump truck full of money right up to his house.
Insane, man.
Yeah, no, he's figured it out. He's cracked the gaming world. He's cracked streaming. And like a $50 million check, it had to be done to bring him to a platform that barely has a user base.
That makes me wonder, where the fuck did they get $50 million?
It's Microsoft.
Well,
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Okay.
So yeah, it's Microsoft's
Never mind.
answer to Twitch.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Twitch is Amazon.
Okay. Never
Mixer's
mind now.
Microsoft.
That makes all the sense. Because I never heard of Mixer before.
Yeah. And here's the thing, and we've talked about it. But are they going to stay? Are they staying at Mixer, or are they making him more? Like, is it going to be a brand? Is he their brand? You don't pay $50 million for a streamer. I feel like
it's gonna
even Ninja.
He probably's got to do some promotional shit. Probably.
I'm sure.
Oh no, he's going to be a Microsoft ambassador.
I think so, and I think he's going to be the face of at least the gaming division of Microsoft.
You may see him be the spokesperson at their next E3 conference.
Oh,
sure.
You probably will.
For their new console or showing off the new Halo.
Yeah.
Right,
That's going to be Ninja.
Yeah, because Ninja's got to start, for those who don't know, as a Halo Pro player. He's a pro. I forget what squad he was with, but he started streaming as a Halo Pro.
Did not know.
Yeah, so, and he mentions it in his little press conference announcement that he's going back to his roots. So
Okay.
He's going back to Halo.
he's got
So is he dropping Fortnite?
Fuck no.
No,
I didn't think he would.
Fortnite is his moneymaker.
He'll
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to stream, but I think this gives him more flexibility to not have to stream Fortnite all day, every day.
Mhm.
Like if a new game comes out, Microsoft is going to say, hey, Gears 5's out. You're going to be playing at midnight, Gears 5.
But now, a good question is, do you think that he's not going to be allowed to play like Sony or Nintendo games? I'm not sure if he does or not. But if he's like, hey, I want to play the new God of War.
I don't think so. I don't
Probably
think
not.
they'll put a restriction on that, but they're going to do they're going to make sure that he's playing all the new hot titles when they come out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
EA reached out to him when Apex came out, and they
Yeah.
paid him $1 million to stream it that first day.
That's true.
Yeah.
So this is nothing new for him to be getting checks for
Yeah,
streaming games outside of his subscriber base
Mhm.
and his donation. So
And when he got, I think, 300 million subscribers day one that went over.
I wouldn't say 300 million. That's too
I mean,
much.
300,000. Sorry, my bad.
The motherfucker
I
had
don't know. I'm
300.
still thinking millions in my
He
head.
could just start his own streaming service.
300,000
Yeah.
as when he did his first stream.
Yeah, and Mixer's giving away 2 months of subscription to his channel for
That's
anybody
cool.
that signs up. And I mean, you can enjoy his channel. If you're going there to chat, you can enjoy it. You can go in there and shit post emojis.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that they had to bring all his emojis over from Twitch because, he has the pom-pom and all that stuff.
Yeah, and when you get in those major players chats, it goes so fast it doesn't matter. You can't get a question answered.
Nah.
No.
I've even watched live streams of just smaller channels. I could barely read the shit that goes by in the fucking.
It's crazy.
Chat
People
log so
I mean,
fast.
people like shit posting 9 times out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Trolling, but some people want to ask questions, and I don't know how the streamers keep up with any of the questions they get asked. They must have a special
Well,
look. I don't know.
I mean, I know I watch a lot of YouTube stuff, and they'll do super chats. You donate X amount, yours goes right to the top, and
Oh, okay.
so forth.
Well, that makes sense.
If you're just asking a random question, it's not gonna get seen.
Yeah, sometimes Ninja catches things like that. People will be like, if you're actually watching the chat, say this, and then he'll just stare at the camera and be like, blah, 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 blah. And he's like,
Gotcha. This move definitely benefited Ninja. Huge move on
yeah.
Ninja.
If 50 million benefited Ninja.
We're waiting to see that. Well, as the year goes on, as time goes on, we'll see how this benefits Microsoft
That's gonna benefit them.
or Mixer,
I
whatever.
see a short-term benefit for Microsoft, long-term benefit for Ninja.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
agree.
agree.
I would agree because it doesn't matter who you are, what game you are. Eventually, you lose your steam. I mean, there'll be another streamer eventually. There'll be another
Mhm.
game eventually. Will Ninja stay relevant? He'll probably be relevant in the gaming community for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Will he continue to be the number one streamer
Not
10
for-
years, 5 years
No,
down the
no.
road? I don't
No.
know.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point, I mean, he may just hang up this whole streaming thing.
That's true.
But the one thing I want to ask is, do you see Amazon propositioning him in a year or a year and a half and saying, like, we want you back?
Maybe. I mean, what kind of contract does he sign with Microsoft?
Yeah, well, the details are unknown, but
Right.
if it was a 1 year...
Let's say it's a 1 year. I'd go where the money is.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, and then he can jump back and forth, but then he has to worry about the mainstream media saying, like, he's just chasing a check at this point.
He said it before. He's worried about feeding his family. I mean, that's all there is.
Well, he can feed a fucking continent for that much.
I agree,
Yeah.
but you know,
No,
so
he's broken it.
I wouldn't blame him if he signs if he fulfills the contracts he signs.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he's not doing anything wrong.
Oh,
No,
no,
I
I
agree.
disagree. I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
I mean, so let him. He's figured out the formula. He's going to get a shit ton of money. I mean, it would be cool. I would like to say, oh man, if Microsoft approached me, fuck yeah, I'd be their brand ambassador forever. But
I was gonna say, like, if some fucking company comes up, we want you to be $50 million to come work on our channel. Are you gonna fucking turn that shit down?
fuck no,
Hell no.
no way. I mean, there's other guys out there that are famous, like Dr. Lupo. He just signed with Logitech,
Mm-hmm.
so Logitech sponsor him.
Yeah.
So there's other guys out there, but Ninja plays with these guys. Are those guys going to come over to Mixer?
No,
You
I
know?
don't think so. I don't think they have the following. I think that they do well on their own. They do better with Ninja. They receive a benefit from Ninja. But the weird thing is, like I brought it up, like sometimes like when Tim the Tap Man is in his chat and he's playing with Ninja, he doesn't necessarily mute his mic when he's speaking to his channel. And how's that going to play out when he's like, all right, Twitch, can you do this? Or Twitch, what do you think about that? And so on and so forth. So I'm interested to see how that plays out.
Me too. I like the move. It was, I mean, that kind of rocked the gaming community. People were going ballistic. I mean, because it was a big deal. I mean, the number one streamer in the world signs with one of the major 3 gaming companies.
Yep.
Huge news.
He's always been on Twitch, right?
Always been on Twitch. I don't know that he had an exclusion contract with Twitch, though. I
mean,
just
like,
think he
no.
was there.
But he was known for being on Twitch.
Yeah, he just...
So when it just comes in one day, oh, by the way, I'm completely leaving my platform, which has made my career,
Yeah.
to go over here. Yeah, that's going to cause a big uproar.
Sure it does.
Yeah.
But I think he was on... I mean, Twitch is the biggest by all means.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they're huge right now. They're the big player. They're the ones who
Mhm.
sponsor these esports tournaments. Yep. They're the big player. Mixer's trying to make that push. If they come to me and they're like, explain this roadmap, like here's what's happening in 2 years. This is where we want you. Here's the money. Fuck.
I don't know. He
Don't
did
bug
it.
me about it. Yeah.
And if you haven't seen the commercial, basically, it's pretty fucking funny. It's Ninja
hilarious.
at like a sports press conference, basically, answering questions, and all the reporters that are asking him questions are him in a different costume. So he's in like a wig and a dress. He's an old man. He takes a question from his Red Bull cooler.
That's the best one. Because like the Red Bull cooler's just sitting there, and he's like stares at it in silence. And he's like, "That is the best question I've ever been asked."
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me like he made like it talk, like lifting the cooler up.
No,
and
it
all
just sits there with like a hat or something
And it's
on
just
it.
I like
humming.
that. That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely check that out. Congrats to Ninja. Congrats to his wife. That's his manager. She makes these moves happen, I'm pretty sure. So
They got a good story, man. They do stuff like we were talking about at dinner the other night. They adopt a pet every month, and like so this month there's a pet that had a GoFundMe page for some vet bills or something,
Mhm.
and they adopted it, paid the entire bill.
Nice.
So they do stuff like that. They give back. And Ninja met his wife through Halo. Like if you think about this kind of stuff, like his entire career and entire life is centered around gaming. So I think he realizes that, and he likes to give back to his fans.
oh yeah, for sure.
So I like Ninja. Don't necessarily like Fortnite, but I love the shit he does. He definitely makes gaming better because when you're trying to get like people look at gaming in a bad way, juvenile, but they don't understand it's $1 billion industry.
Oh yeah.
And when somebody like Ninja can bring the clout and make it, make the public know about it, because people might not know a game, but your son or daughter is going to come up, you're going to know who Ninja is
Mhm.
For sure.
So it's just it propels the entire industry. So something that's kind of the opposite of that we want to talk about is Colin Moriarty, who I think we're all big fans of.
I just recently became a fan.
Yeah, we converted Jeremy.
We
Yeah.
converted Jeremy, who he didn't necessarily not like him. He just kind of
I didn't really
a little
know
bit of stuff.
Yeah. Like I was at work the other day, and I listen to stuff when I'm going early
Mhm.
because I got a long time before any customers come in and shit. And there was nothing on YouTube, and then I looked him up on, I think it was Stitcher,
Yeah.
and I started kind of like going down his backlog, and I really like it.
So the thing with Colin is he started out games journalist out of college, worked up as senior editor for IGN, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Ended up leaving. I mean, everybody knows the story. Left with Greg Miller, and then they had a falling out. Now Colin does his own thing. Started as more of a political, I guess, podcast and company, and then branched off, went back into video games a little bit. But so the biggest thing is that PAX West is coming up September. That is one of the main PAX, the Penny Arcade.
Yeah.
It's the main one. I think he says the longest
it's the
running
flagship
one. The
one
flagship
in Seattle.
one. They, he sends an email to PAX asking to be in. He says himself in this last podcast when he's venting about this that he didn't expect to get it, but he does, right? So his entire, and he gets a big theater because his Sacred Symbols PlayStation podcast is big. It's a big
50,000 subscribers.
So he goes, he advertises it to his fans.
Yep.
They go and some of them buy tickets and lodging, things like that. All of a sudden, PAX tells them we're pulling your panel.
Like the last minute.
How far?
A month away.
Yeah.
And, gives no reason. So, and on Twitter, and I'm following this interaction with him on Twitter, he emails them. No answer. Emails them again. No answer. Has emailed them this time for like a day or 2 days straight. No answer. And the only answer to my knowledge that he's been given now is we don't give refunds. We'll refund you, but you turn your pass over. So we know, and he says he's got his. So he says that he has his thoughts on what it is.
Yeah.
He knows what it is.
It's his
And
political
we can
views.
say
Exactly.
it for him. He's under political fire.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all it is because he has a view and he's not scared to say it.
Yeah.
But see, to me and to a lot of people, they want that realism and that raw. They don't want a guy sitting here and saying one thing, but in the back of their head is screaming something else.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
he's too real.
Yeah.
He's too down to earth for this political thing that
Right.
they want to have in the video game industry. Like he wants to just do video games. He makes it very clear in his spiel that Sacred Symbols is a PlayStation podcast.
Yep.
He even went back and listened to episodes trying to find his own blame, like trying to find like where he might have fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And he just doesn't see it. Like he has his jokes. He talks about some of his jokes.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand. And he doesn't care to be at the show regardless. He doesn't like doing it.
Oh yeah, I was.
He's shy.
Yeah, I was Chris Raygun, his partner in Sacred Symbols, posted a little short video about the whole affair, and he was basically saying the same things. That we're not broken up about not going. We really didn't want to go. We were going for the fans.
Yep.
He said we were upset for the fans because now they're out money because they were coming to see us, and we want to meet them. But they fucked the fans over, and that sucks.
It does, and that's what it's about, and that's what he's worried about. And he said he's been beat up for years now.
Mm-hmm.
After that whole thing with when he's made his joke about his girlfriend on International Women's Day, and then they crucified him,
Yeah.
blackballed him in the industry.
Yeah.
And he goes and he makes a successful company. I've liked Colin since day one. I started listening to Colin back on Podcast Beyond with Greg. I've liked him since then. I actually liked him better than Greg originally because his views were cool.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's like worried about his actual safety. He's worried about this. He doesn't give two fucks about PAX. He cares about his fans, and that's what touches me. Is like he really doesn't care about himself, and he has no qualm saying that. He's like, I do fine.
Oh yeah.
I worry about you guys.
Yeah, like he's not worried about the little bit of money he's put out.
No.
And like Cam was saying, like he's worried about his safety. He has a show where he allows people into his home. He allows people to be around his family, have his address, have his phone number. And then, like, he's just been crucified all these ways in the industry. And it's like, he's really done nothing wrong. Yep. And then, like, all these little fucking international this holiday, international that holiday.
God,
like, I could pull up a calendar, and today is probably, like, international, make sure you get all the toilet paper out of your doo-doo. Like...
Yeah, it was National IPA Day Friday, which I
know.
like that one.
Yeah, I'm good with that one, because the brewery around my house had $3 beers.
Nice.
Man, you're right, though. Every day is International Something Day. Every month is International Something Appreciation Month. He's poking fun at this absurdity of that shit.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And his girlfriend knows that he's not, like, some misogynist.
Exactly. I mean, it's like when I call Cam fat.
Exactly. It's a joke.
I'm not doing it. I'm not fat phobic or any of that shit.
Fat phobic.
Yeah. I guarantee you that's a thing. Or fat shaming or whatever.
Yeah,
we bullshit each other.
I'm 6'3", 380 pounds. I'm
Hashtag
a big
crucify Jeremy.
Yeah.
Right?
Fat phobia.
But here's the thing, like, if you're listening to our podcast and like what we just said pissed you off, like you don't have to listen. Like we're going to be real. We don't have a following like Colin. We would love to one day.
Yeah.
And when we do, we're going to do the same thing. Like we don't make our show political.
No.
Yeah, but
we try not to. At least.
Try not to.
Yeah.
If the video game content sparks a political conversation,
Right.
then why can't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why can't we be real? If you have an opinion, because my opinion is not the same as yours, Jeremy, then it doesn't make me wrong, you right, or me bad, or you good.
Yeah.
I have conversations with people all the time, work or just in real life. We don't always agree, but I do find that when you talk to someone in person, you're much more likely to just go, well, we'll agree to disagree. Versus, of course, when you're online or it's just, you a fucking Nazi, yeah, you sucker.
It's a whole other issue then, because you got people who just toxicity. I mean, people who say, I'm going to throw milkshakes at you or some shit.
God,
yeah, no, they were threatening him.
Yeah.
While he's at PAX, like, make sure you drink on him.
I saw that,
yeah. I'm going to beat your ass, like, shit like that.
Like,
come on,
off.
bro. You're a fucking Neanderthal.
So tolerant.
Yeah, for wanting to beat somebody's ass who just has an opinion, and an educated opinion. Colin's smart.
Yeah.
And the stuff that he does for the industry is, think about, he's blackballed from half the gaming industry, maybe more, and he still has that big of a voice in it.
Yep.
So, this isn't going to be the I Love Colin Moriarty show, but you have to touch on it. You have to say that it's fucked up.
Yep. I gotta say something though. It does say something that more people, like this guy, is getting blackballed by industry, and more people are taking his side versus the industry. So that should tell you something about where the industry is heading. It's not in a good direction.
Well,
that
could be equated to larger things outside the gaming industry.
That's true.
If you are looking for somebody new to listen to, go listen to Colin. If you never listened to him.
Yep, he has pretty good shows.
Yeah,
Sacred Symbol is his flagship PlayStation podcast.
Yeah, got me hooked.
Yep. So check him out. I'm sure we'll hear more about this. He might, once he actually gets an answer, if he ever does get an answer, I'll be interested to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point it would be some kind of PR bullshit.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to lie.
Yeah.
I would like to point out, though, like, Chris did say that the Penny Arcade guys who run PAX had nothing to do with this. Cause, he said that, like, basically they're hands off. They have other people that run it, and the other people made this decision.
Yeah, they said the name. I can't remember the
Jerry
Reed Pop. Yep.
Yeah.
So, that's them.
Yeah, like
who knows?
Tycho and Gabe, this was not their decision at all. So
we'll see.
I mean, if you're a video game conference and you blackball one of the biggest video game podcasts, I mean, that's on you.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. But we'll keep an eye out. Anything updated from Colin, we'll definitely bring up. And Colin, if you're listening to this, you're the man.
Come on our show, please.
So let's rock and roll. Let's talk about our own PS4, PlayStation stuff. PS4 hit over 100 million units sold.
That's what I'm talking about.
Major numbers.
Yeah,
that's passing the PS1, I think.
It does pass the PS1. Yep. Puts it behind the PlayStation 2 and the Wii and one other one. I can't remember what the other one.
PS3, I think, it's still selling it.
It's about I think PS3 is at like 115 or something. I can't
they'll
remember
pass
exactly.
that.
They'll pass that.
I think honestly PS4 has a good chance at being third or fourth best selling.
Okay.
It's never going to pass the PS2 in my opinion, and probably not the Wii.
Yeah, those are big sellers.
It really depends on what games come out and when their next gen console is going to drop.
Yeah.
If they drop console selling games for the latter part of this generation, then I think it could rival the PS2.
No, well, also 10 minutes to how, after they drop the PS5, how long they keep supporting the PS4.
Right.
Because they supported the PS2 for a long time after the PS3 drops.
Agree. And depending on the price point of the PS5, people might not want to jump ship so fast if you're still getting quality content on the PS4.
That's true.
Yeah, it'll be good for developers to continue to put games out on both consoles for a while.
Now, and we're not going to knock on Microsoft. Microsoft just didn't get the traction that PlayStation did this generation. They're about a little less or over half what PlayStation sold. So they're at 41 million, I think is what the number was, thereabouts.
So they're under half.
They're under half, excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah, they've sold less than half what PlayStation has sold.
Yep.
And then the Switch has sold around the mid 30 millions in 2 years.
They're fucking killing it.
They're killing it. They're killing it.
Yeah, I think they're going to surpass Xbox this gen.
Oh, they will.
Especially because they have more momentum. The Switch is going to have a longer lifespan than the Xbox One. And like I said, their momentum is just crazy.
Now, I really do expect that dynamic to shift going into next gen.
Yeah.
They have less resistance though. Like they didn't come out when the other consoles were dropping. So
You're right.
They have less resistance. They have a path that's just carved out and they just have to walk down it.
Yeah.
And continue to put out quality games.
I agree.
Yeah.
But if you're an analytical guy, you're strictly looking at numbers.
Yeah, you're looking at like year to year.
Yeah.
Console to console, then they're
and
on track to
PlayStation was the fastest to get to 1 million. out of every console ever.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or 100 million, excuse me.
Wow. Oh, you're right. I did hear that.
Fastest
Yeah.
ever.
And the Switch could rival that
It
record.
could, yeah, depending. I mean, you're at 30-something million already in 2 years. And then when did this gen drop? 5 years ago? 6 years ago?
5
something
or
like
6,
that?
yeah.
Something like that.
So you got that, and when I'm looking at stuff like this, and I'm a numbers guy, but all it does is perpetuate the console war shit.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, one console is not necessarily better than the other.
No.
We prefer PlayStation because we like their exclusives.
Yeah, just because a console wins a generation doesn't make it better. Technically, the Wii won the 360, PS3.
Right.
But you ask anyone, what's your favorite console? Odds are it's probably the 360 from that one.
Probably, yeah.
You know.
I mean, and that's all it is. Like, if there was games I wanted to play on the Xbox, I would fire it up. I've got all 3 systems.
Yeah.
I prefer the PlayStation. That's just what it is.
Exactly. It's all in your preference.
Right. Hardware wise, they're tit for tat. I mean, you could. There's no difference.
Well,
a 1 teraflop difference, maybe.
Well, in the One and the PS4, there's a good difference between the Switch.
Obviously.
Well,
Let's look at Microsoft and Sony. Yeah.
But yeah, they're so close now. It really doesn't matter. It's not before like here's the Sega Genesis, here's the NES. Huge difference.
Right.
Or even with the PS2 and the Xbox. The Xbox was graphically superior in every way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the PS2 just outsold because of games, DVD functionality, just all that.
Well,
shit.
I think the DVD pushed Sony a lot that gen because Microsoft was hedging their bet on HD DVDs, right?
That was for the 360.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
No, PS2 and Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, PS3 and Xbox 360 was the Blu-ray.
Blu-ray and the HD. Yep, that's what it was.
But 360 is really good with that just because they had a really great library, great controller. They launched early. The only real fuck up was just the HD DVD thing and the Red Ring of Death.
The Red Ring of Death, a soldering issue. Can you believe it?
Also, it didn't help that PS3 was just like, we're gonna charge $600.
Fuck, tell me about it.
Rough.
And they didn't have a lot of back then. There wasn't enough. I mean, they launched with what? What launched on PS3?
Yeah.
Resistance.
Resistance. I think a not Baldur's Gate.
No.
Some kind of crappy action RPG.
Right.
They had a shit lineup. They actually didn't have a good lineup of games for a long time on the PS3.
Right.
360 had a good bit of games pretty much out the gate. So they got a good library really fast. PS3 had a really great library at the end, but it took forever.
My favorite library so far. Actually, let's ask that question.
Okay.
Carmen, favorite library so far overall?
PS2.
Okay.
PS2.
PS2.
There's just so many games.
Yes.
I played a lot of PS2.
Yeah.
That was my first, I think that's the time when I really started understanding gaming as a whole a little bit better.
I mean, the majority of my favorite games are on the Super Nintendo, but for quantity, PS2, I just had so many games. There's so much good shit.
Yeah, great.
And
lineup.
for so long, I thought that this generation was a flop.
PS4 or Xbox One?
PS4, Xbox One. Just the games libraries weren't growing at the rate I wanted it to early on, and I just didn't have anything to play.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they've gotten closer to the end of the cycle, the games have just went through the roof.
I think this gen's had better games than last gen, personally. Because I'm enjoying the games I've been getting better than the PS3 360 era.
Yeah, there's more replayability in this generation.
I've had more fun this generation. Yeah. That'll be interesting if we can remember to think about that looking at next gen, since it's it's on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
To see if it trends the same way. Like there's nothing, and then bam, it goes up after people start getting it.
Well, that's usually how it goes, because when consoles first launched, that first year's rough. Because they're trying to learn the technology to really push the systems and so forth. Developers don't know what to do. You get a bunch of really kind of, I want to say, lazy games. Like your Killzone Shadowfalls, your Knacks, because they don't really know what to do with the system. And then as they get time to actually work with it, yeah, we can do this, we can do that. We're going to put out Last of Us or Halo 5 and so forth.
I agree. They start knowing how what the limitations of the hardware are.
I get comfortable with it.
Yep. Agree. So those are the numbers. I'm anxious to see A, what Nintendo can do, and then B, if Sony or if PS4 can outsell the PS2. Those are your two big questions, I think.
Let's keep an eye on it.
Yep.
So as always, we will. All right, let's go over Gamespass additions, Carmen.
All right. So, Xbox Game Pass, probably one of the best deals in gaming, still to this day. They're continuing to add new games, and I'm pulling them up on my phone now, and it looks like Pandemic is coming to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on August 1st. And I'm pretty sure Pandemic is the game where you try to, infect the whole world with, a virus.
Never heard of it.
I've actually never heard of it, but if that's the case,
it's a board
sounds
game.
It.
Yeah, I used to play a Flash version of it on, Armor games.
Okay.
Actually, I have heard that. I think I heard of the board game.
Yeah, so like you're trying to infect the world. You're like perfecting your virus and doing all of that.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
So then Ash's Cricket is also arriving on the same day, so August 1st. I've never heard of it.
Nope.
Downwell is coming. Downwell is a really fun game. I have it on the Vita.
Never heard of that either.
You're going through like a tunnel basically, like you're going down and you have like these boots that can shoot and you're trying to do it
Shoot the
fast
boot.
and you're trying to get high scores. So that's pretty cool. What else do we have? August 8th, we're getting the Jackbox Party Pack 2,
Okay.
and that includes Quiplash XL. So and that's like Cards Against Humanity over the console with the phone. It's fun as fuck.
I like Jackbox, yeah.
We're getting Space Hulk Tactics, which is
Space Hulk.
I think it's like off of Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, I think that is.
And then Slay the Spire is coming on August 14th, which is a deck building game. I have it on Steam. It's fun. I played it a few times. I haven't really got hooked on it, but Game Pass is making some pretty big additions. So for all you Game Pass subscribers, let us know which games you're excited about.
Yeah, what are you playing? Let us know. I think Carmen said it, but I'll echo it. Probably, without a doubt, the best deal in gaming right now.
Nah.
It opens up so many games for $15 a month or whatever. I mean, a fuck ton of games, and they keep adding to it. So, if you got an Xbox, I don't see why you don't use it. Jeremy, let's talk about free games. You like free stuff, don't you?
Yeah, depending when it's free. I want no free ass whooping.
What do we got at PS Plus?
We have Wipeout Omega Collection, which is the HD remasters of all the Wipeout games.
That's cool.
Very fun. I actually own this already.
Very nice, very nice.
The other is Sniper Elite 4, which is a game where you just snipe like Nazis and all kind of army guys, and I've always wanted to try it, but now that it's free, I have a chance to play it.
Absolutely.
It's really cool.
I hear it's great. I mean,
I've heard
like
good things about the series.
When I've seen like gameplay, and like when you actually make your shot and it hits, it does like a slow motion, like showing the bullet travel, getting in the skull, does like an X-ray and shit. So
that Mortal Kombat X-ray hit.
It's looking pretty cool. I think there's actually one mission where you get to kill Hitler. So
hey,
nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Nobody gets mad at that.
Yeah.
I'll go over the gold because there's a little bit more. We got Forza 6 on the Xbox.
Major.
And I'm going to be honest, they slay it this month. I mean, they are bringing some heat.
Agree.
Forza 6, probably one of the best racing game out on the market, depending on what kind of racer you like.
Yep.
Gears 4.
Yep.
Help sell Gears 5.
Yep.
Castlevania Lords of Shadow, which that's
it's like a God of War style Castlevania game. Really like that one.
Is that the only one they did like that?
Wait, so what?
Is that the only one with Castlevania that's like that?
Well, they did a second one, Lord of Shadow 2, but it was nowhere near as good.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a good game. Good game.
And then Torchlight. I don't know anything about it.
Me neither.
Whatever.
Hey, 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
You got Forza, Gears, and Castlevania.
Yeah,
come on.
75% of your games, people are like, fuck. Like, you really just dropped that?
Yeah.
I mean, between the two, you've got 3 AAA titles.
Yep.
Yeah.
This month.
I say Sony needs to step it the fuck up.
Well,
they
did,
answer.
but Microsoft just outclassed them.
They did.
I cannot blame Sony for this month.
Well, but see, when they stopped supporting the PS3, people said, like, you got to start giving better games, and they've done it, like, twice now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other times have been lackluster.
Okay, this was a good one, but yeah, they've definitely had weak rolls.
I agree, 100%.
More often than not, they've had weak rolls.
I mean, we still haven't got, like, Infamouses, God of Wars, stuff like that.
No Infamous 2. No, we got God of War 3.
Yeah, we got the God of War 3. We got the collection.
The collection, that's right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, no, they've done well, but they have this month, like, they are definitely outpaced. I'm not saying they're giving out bad games, but they're not giving out this quality of game.
I do think that, I agree. I think Xbox Gold, they both have some pretty off months, but I think Gold is just a little bit better on the good games.
I agree. Overall,
I mean, it all comes down to taste, but I do see Gold giving out more AAAs.
Yeah, it's
Sony's
like they push
very
their
hesitant.
studios hard.
Sony's very hesitant about those AAAs. They love those indies and stuff, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I can only go so many months where I'm getting like these $10 games for free.
Right.
Give me something.
Yeah, you want more, but free is free, and I'll take it. The deal is great from both companies.
Yeah.
Save a lot of money. You add a lot of stuff to your backlog or your library, and you can't go wrong even if you only play it for 10 minutes. Like, what did it cost you? Nothing. A little bit of time.
That's all the news, boys.
Really?
That is all we got. I think that covers pretty much everything that needs to go over today. If we missed anything, let us know. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel. We're going to go ahead and do some reordering there. Get some folders going, so it might be easier to kind of look around things. We are dropping content every week. 2 videos of Select Start a week, a podcast a week. Might do some more stuff down the road. We're going to add a Super Fight in.
Yep. So the week is going to fill out pretty well. So make sure that you've liked us. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. Do all that cool stuff.
All right. And we'll talk to you later.
See you.